So why is higher education an integral part of generating capabilities in SDGs? Because most leaders who will lead these programs in private, public organizations, they get their formation in universities. So if that formation is provided through carefully designed courses, teaching, and embedded in a research, then it will be easier to achieve those goals when they actually become managers and business leaders in real life. So we cannot really do it just by asking businesses to develop their own internal capabilities, because it's a mindset, but it's also a knowledge, because we don't want people in business just to deliver sustainable development goals because it's a box to be ticked. They need to understand the scientific evidence. But they also need to understand the concepts, thinking behind it, and that kind of formation is something that can happen at the universities rather than at the businesses. So the universities have the research capability, they have the pedagogical methods. So it's not just the knowledge and the facts, but how it is delivered through classroom teaching, using cases. So these are the specialisms of higher education institutions. So when they start businesses, then they are equipped with scientific base, they are equipped with the values around it and the importance, then it will be much easier for them to deliver these objectives, sustainable development goals as managers, as leaders. So universities provide pedagogical, scientific basis for future leaders who work in the business. So how can universities and businesses work together to develop a curricula to achieve sustainable development goals? Now, obviously, one thing that's missing in a university environment is the relevance, impact of learning and research. And for that, the universities need to be in close contact with businesses so that they know what exactly is needed. Of course, we have the broader concepts, broader issues, but we need to know what sustainable development goal is in a particular industry, energy company, banking, manufacturing or digital economy company. It will all have different implications, whereas universities tend to teach general knowledge. So we need a contact with the business world to understand individual sectors and also individual geographies, because sustainable development goal for even a multinational is different in Asia, different in Africa, it's different in so we need to have that kind of close connection with the businesses to understand what in practice for individual businesses, for individual geographies it means, but also for businesses as well. They need to be in closer contact with the universities because businesses, they have other objectives. They need to make profit. They have their own internal issues in terms of hierarchies and careers. So universities allow them to look at things from a longer term perspective. It also allows them to clarify things and then look at things more analytically. So universities can provide those analytical, broader perspective on things, and that means that then the businesses need to listen to and also work with the program design, curriculum design with the university. So there's a closer link between knowledge production and application of that knowledge. But also finance is important because universities they need increasingly in this kind of environment more funds to invest in achieving social sustainable development goals. I think businesses can work with universities, creating funds, working together to make those funds bigger, because funding is important. But also for our students, if they have internships or if they do projects when they're studying something, and that if that project is a real project sponsored for a business, so businesses can help universities for their students to do real projects, to apply what they learn, but also look at the ways to generate research funds together, and then make long-term sort of plans, research areas to look into, and also collaborate to tackle issues at the intellectual level together as well, rather than having this artificial separation of theoretical knowledge at the universities and the practical application at the businesses. I think that distinction shouldn't happen, but theory and practice should be together, and that involves then the businesses understanding universities and working together, like organizations like ABIS, so that there's a better use of funds and then resources, and businesses also can contribute by being guest speakers on programs, but also working with universities to identify research areas, funding of research.